Welcome to CT with CPD Podcast. I am your host, Sharon Diggs. And happy Monday to you. Happy Labor Day to you as well. Just a quick note on Labor Day before I get into today's educational therapy session titled Stability Through Balance. Let's talk about sex and its health benefits. Now, when we think about the Labor Day weekend, all of us, the first thing we think about is it's a 3-day weekend. And it's the last hurrah for summer cookouts. So I'll share some quick did you know facts on Labor Day, and then I'm going to get right into the heart of the matter of our topic. Did you know that the first Labor Day was celebrated in 1882? And of course, Labor Day is celebrated on the first Monday of every September. So I hope that everybody has enjoyed their long 3-day weekend and all of the cookouts that you were invited to. Now let's talk about our topic of today, our educational therapy session, again, titled Stability Through Balance. Let's talk about sex and its health benefits. Let's talk about sex. I don't know if you all have heard the hip hop song Back in the Day by Salt-N-Pepa. It said, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things it may be. Yes, today's educational therapy session is about having safe and healthy sex life and how it has many benefits for both men and women. By no means are we pushing or suggesting people to go out here and be promiscuous or condoning that people condone in premarital sex. This educational therapy session is merely focusing on educating us on the many health benefits from having sex, as sex actually has many physical and emotional benefits, including improved health and mental health. Sex and sexuality is a part of our lives. And sex and sexuality are a part of our life aside from reproduction, having babies. Sex can be about intimacy and pleasure, of course, but sexual activity offers many surprising health benefits in all facets of our lives. And I am excited to kind of share some of the things, and we're going to touch about the physical, intellectual, and emotional and psychological as well as social things that actually help us in our lives. And sex is more than just avoiding sexual diseases, STDs, which we should have protected, healthy, safe sex and unplanned pregnancies. It is also about us recognizing that sex can be an important part of our lives, according to the American Sexual Health Association. So now we know, and I know, that it would not be a CT with CPD podcast if I did not share some did you know facts. Studies have shown that sex is extremely beneficial to our health. Sex activates a variety of neurotransmitters that impact not only our brains, but several other organs in our body. Hello. So, did you know, and research has shown that most sexual active age group is between the ages of 25 and 34, where people have sex on an average of 7.3 times a month. I don't know what the 0.3 is, but I'm like, okay, is it 7.5? I don't know how that works. Is that a quickie? Somebody help me out right there. I don't know. 25% have sex every week. People are having sex less. They said on an average that people are having sex less year by year on a study from between 1989 to 2021. So people between the ages of 50 to 80 years old have sex at least 2 times a month. And 45.4% of men have had sex in public. I'm like, oh, okay. After the pandemic, 44% of women said they have had more orgasms. Interesting. 96% of the respondents say being emotionally connected is the best sex. 61% of the women and 80% of men say that their sex lives are pretty good. 90% believe that it is possible for sex to get better after years of being together. and 2% say that they are turned on by their partner who actually shows vulnerability. So vulnerability, again, and I always talk about this, is not a weakness, it's a strength. So show a little bit more vulnerability. Can improve your sex life. I'm just saying. So what are the benefits for some benefits for women and men include lower blood pressure, better immune system, better heart health, including lower risk of heart disease. It improves our self-esteem and it decreases depression and anxiety. So if anybody knows, oxytocin, which is produced by men, is a neurotransmitter that helps improve stress-related disorders, which, again, men provides and improves moods and reduces stress. And I literally could say men are probably don't even know it, that they're walking around and they're actually little walking around happy pills. I'm just saying. We do mention that sex increases the libido. It is an immediate natural pain relief. It gives us better sleep. It increases intimacy and closeness with our sexual partners. Overall, it's an overall stress reduction, both physiologically and emotionally. And guess what? It counts as exercise. So, if you're trying to lose some weight, I'm just like, this might be it. Good cardiovascular, good cardio exercise. And sex actually, ladies, makes menopause easier to handle. I'm just saying. I suffered from menopause anxiety, and I'm just going to leave that there. But I'm just saying, I'm letting y'all know it helps. So when it comes to sex, most of us already feel there are benefits that, it brings us regularly from an intimacy perspective. However, I was surprised actually to see all of the benefits from a healthy sex, from reducing stress to lowering the risk of cancer and heart problems. I'm going to dive a little deeper in it in a minute. According to recent studies, regular sex can provide many boosts to our overall well-being. This is because sex is just like any other physical activity that it benefits and provides and can eventually increase your lifespan so we can live a little longer, okay? Here's a breakdown of the top. I'm going to give you the top benefits of regular sexual intercourse, okay? So you have a regular healthy sex life. Here are the top benefits that I'm going to share with you. Number one, it improves immunity. Participating in sex once or twice a week can help boost your immune system, according to research by the psychological reports. They found that people who've had sex at least twice a week had a 30% increase in their IgA, which is their antibody that shows how to help their immune system compared to those who don't have sex twice a week. Sexually active people, it's been noted that sexually active people take fewer sick days. People who have sex have a higher levels of the IgA, which defends our bodies from germs, viruses, and intruders. So I'm just saying, having sex at least twice a week has a higher level of certain antibodies compared to those who don't have sex. Hey, the research said it, I didn't. Again, it produces more IgA, which helps to protect against cold and flu. So I'm just going to put that out there. And what you do with it, again, I'm not condoning promiscuous behavior or premarital sex. I am just merely sharing with you the benefits, the health benefits, I may say. So you should still do other things to, of course, take care of your immune system, such as eat right, stay active, get enough sleep, keep up with your vaccinations, use a condom. Hello, again, safe sex is the best sex. So again, practice safe sex. The number 2 top benefit is cardiovascular benefits. Physical activities that include exercise of the heart are good for your health. Ideally, you should exercise 3 to 5 times a week to help your heart, to have a healthy heart. Luckily, guess what? Sex is included. Just like any other intense workout, being sexually active increases our heart rate and the number of beats per minute. So, yeah, I'm just saying, men in particular have shown to get great benefits from sex. From a study that was done from the American Journal of Cardiology, said that men in their 50s who have sex at least twice a week have reduced risk of heart disease compared to men who have sex less frequently. Just saying. Number 3 on the list was lowers blood pressure. Regular sex can also lower the blood pressure, especially for women. So women between the ages of 57 and 85 who took part in a study showed to less likely have hypertension. Why? And they are less likely to have a risk of a heart attack and a stroke. All right, I'm just saying. Boom. Number 4 on the list, it said that it is release pain. Neurologists have found that sexual activity can relieve head pain associated with migraine, cluster headaches, and some people despite headaches. Again, so this research was done from some neurologists that state that it actually is the body's natural painkiller because sex can trigger and release endorphins, the endorphins, which is the body's natural painkillers. I'm just saying. Number 5 on the list of how sex is a benefit, it reduces the risk of prostate cancer. It is said that men who frequently have sex, it is known that if a man is able to have sex more frequently, between 4 to 7 times a month, it is likely to help him to reduce the risk of prostate cancer. It improves our sleep, which is number 6 on the list. About 16 million, it was a study done in about 16 million adults who suffer from some kind of sleep disorder. When they did this study and they noticed that they were having more sex, they said that the hormones combined leaves you feeling happy. Also for women, the rise of the estrogen levels have been shown to advance the REM cycle. And they found that it actually helps people sleep better. Yes. Number 7 on the list is that it relieves stress. Stress can be caused from all kinds of health problems, from headaches to insomnia, muscle tensions, upset stomach. A study published in the Biological Psychology have found that people who have regular sex have lower stress-related blood pressures than individuals who aren't having regular sex life. Number 8 on the list is that it boosts our brain power. Research has shown that in the archives of sexual behavior suggests that frequent sex may improve a woman's memory, results from word memory. This may also be due to sex stimulating part of the brain and the learning memory. So guess what? Indulging in sex can cause your brain to release certain levels of feel-good hormones called endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. These hormones are known to reduce stress in people while contributing to happy feelings and emotions. Yeah, so when we're talking about people out here being sprung, honey, they are actually experiencing happiness, which it has scientifically been proven by the hormones that are produced while having sex. Number 9 on the list, guess what? We live a little longer. We increases our lifespan. Studies have found that people tend to live longer when they are having a healthy, regular sex life. And then lastly on the list, and no surprise, it boosts our self-esteem. In addition to all the physical benefits of having sex frequently, sexual intercourse can improve emotional wellness, such as boosting self-esteem. Research has shown that has reported people who have sex on a regular basis It not only is beneficial to their overall well-being, but increases the self-esteem levels compared to those who aren't having regular sex. So, I didn't make this up. Science backs it up, y'all. Sexual activity makes us feel healthier and is good for our overall well-being. Now, I'm going to touch on this subject real quick and real short. I'm not married, but I do read the word. So now, married folks, I'm not going to go too deep into what the word says, but I'm going to touch on what the word says, okay? Now, the Lord said, and y'all didn't read this, okay? And this is at the beginning of the book. So I'm just saying, he said that it is not beneficial for man to be alone. I will make him a helper, one who balances him. So he took the rib out of the man to create the woman. And in 1 Corinthians, he says that the wife body did not belong to her, but also to her husband. And in the same way, the husband's body does not belong to him alone, but also to his wife. So do not deprive each other, okay, except by mutual consent for a time so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. So basically, unless you're sick, fasting or praying, or ladies, you're on your cycle, withholding sex from your partner is emotional abuse. So remember, we talked about all those hormones that come into play, that when we are having regular sex, it's the feel-good hormones that are called endorphin, serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. So again, withholding is emotional abuse. People who withhold sex is typically when they're feeling weak, powerless, or insecure from some psychological perspective. So that's something we got to work on, okay? We want to have healthy sex lives in our marriages. So I'm praying for those who are married that you are having healthy sex lives, because it is interesting enough, the very thing that we could be withholding is the very thing that could very well bridge you closer together. Research has shown that sex plays a huge role in increasing intimacy between romantic partners, and regular sex is linked to lower divorce rates among married people. And again, also as shared, as we have talked about, it offers so many health benefits from our physical and psychological health. Yes, society and social media and music today commercializes it and exploits sex, but we have to get to the root of it to understand that sex is an important part of our lives and our overall well-being, and relationships play a significant part in bonding, from the physical to the emotional benefits like the reduced heart disease and improved self-esteem, which we talked about. So I will end this topic by encouraging you to do your own research on the benefits of sex. And I want to share these two words that a friend shared with me when I asked, what should I title this podcast? And instantly, without hesitation, they said stability through balance. And I was like, whoa, I love it. Because stability is about the ability of the body and the mind to remain in a state of balance despite the forces there that are threatened to disturb it. So no matter what's going on in life, you got to have that stability, and you can't let anything threaten you having a healthy sexual relationship with your spouse. And the balance is really, it sums it up like this. It's either you use it or you lose it. So we have to maintain it. We have to stay active in it. Y'all hear me? Now, why is balance and stability important in our life? An enhanced sense of stability or balance doesn't just protect us, but there are immediate health benefits from maintaining your stability, which in turn increases our overall level of fitness and well-being. So let's think about it. I titled this Stability Through Balance. Let's talk about sex. A healthy sex life gives us stability we need to balance us out in so many ways, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So thank you all for listening to this week's educational therapy session, Stability Through Balance. Let's talk about sex and its health benefits. Until our next educational therapy session, remember to exercise your power of choice because it is yours all day, every day. Take care and be blessed.